Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. Today, the much awaited content is right here, which is eligibility criteria and requirements to request a GCMS note from IRCC to determine the status of your visa application. Like I have clearly stated before, there have been cases where people who applied for visas through travel agents got denied, got visa banned, and the travel agents did not tell them the true reason why they were not given visas. Instead, some travel agents said, "Oh, you have been denied," because in many cases, or in some cases, these travel agents are in charge of your IRCC online account. They are the one in charge of your email. They receive the messages. So whatever they tell you is what you believe, which is why this GCMS note is very, very important, so that you can ascertain and know the reason or status of your visa application. So I wouldn't want to waste your time, and let's go into this video proper. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do well to do so. And greetings and thanks to my returning and existing subscribers. Thank you very much. God bless you all. So give this video a big like and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to this wonderful channel where I give legit travel updates. Now, what is GCMS note? GCMS stands for Global Case Management System Note. That is GCMS note. So, what information really is on this GCMS note? Let's see. Now, information on their application, including when the application was received, when it was opened, the code of the immigration officer who is assigned to the application, application status, and reason for status, etc. These are some of the contents of the GCMS notes. Now, another content in the GCMS notes or other contents in the GCMS notes are any information IRCC has gathered about the applicant and any information submitted by a third-party representative to IRCC. So in this GCMS note, it will reveal to you when your application was received, when your application was opened, and the immigration officer who is assigned or was assigned to the application, your application status and reason for that status, whether your application is still pending, whether your application was denied, whether you were banned from applying for visas in the next 5 years, or as the case may be, GCMS note will reveal this to you. Now, who can request a GCMS note? Because to request GCMS note from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, follow these steps, or these are the steps. 1, determine eligibility. You can request GCMS notes if you are a Canadian citizen. That is 1. 2, if you are a permanent resident in Canada. That is 2. 3, an individual or corporation currently present in Canada. If you do not meet this criteria, you can hire a third-party representative in Canada to request the notes on your behalf. So if you are not a citizen in Canada, if you are not a Canadian citizen, if you are not a permanent resident in Canada, or you are not an individual or corporation currently present in Canada, all you have to do is to hire a third-party representative in Canada to request the notes on your behalf. So for those of you who do not meet the first criteria of being a citizen, you are not a permanent resident, you are not an individual or corporation currently in Canada, you have to get somebody in Canada who can request for this GCMS note for you. Now, step number 2, fill out the Access to Information and Privacy Request Form, ATIP. Now, visit the IRCC ATIP online request portal and fill out the form. You will need to provide personal information, including your full name, date of birth, and immigration application number. These are the steps I am giving you. Step number 3, there is a $5 fee. That's a Canadian dollars, $5 fee for the ATIP request. That is IRCC ATIP request. So you pay $5 for that. You can pay this fee online through the portal using a credit card. So that IRCC portal will be in the description section of this video. Pay with your credit card, $5 only. Step number 4, submit supporting documents. Now, you may need to provide a copy of your identification, such as passport, and if you are using a representative, the consent form, IMM 5744. Step number 5, processing time. The processing time for GCMS note request is typically around 30 days, but it can take longer depending on the complexity of the request and the volume of request being processed. Step number 6, receive your notes. Once your note is processed, you will receive the GCMS notes either through email or through the portal, depending on how you submitted your request. Now, steps for third-party representative. Now, for those of you who are outside Canada, you are not a citizen, you are not a permanent resident, you want to use the services of somebody who is there to request for this GCMS note. These are the steps. Because some of you, you have loved ones there, you have friends who can do this for you. Now, consent form. Have the person outside Canada fill out the consent form, IMM 5744, allowing you to request the notes on their behalf. That is to say, you are the person outside Canada. So you have to fill out the consent form that you are allowing this person to request these notes on your behalf. Now, online submission. Allow the same steps as above, ensuring that you include the signed consent form. That consent form must be included because you have given rights to that person, that your brother, that your sister, that legal immigration consultant, that legal immigration lawyer, that your friend in Canada to do this for you. Now, these are useful tips. Ensure that all information is accurate to avoid delays. If you are filling that form and the information you put in that form does not correlate with what is on your visa application, it may lead to delay. So if you want to get this your GCMS note on time, you have to cross-check that form to make sure that everything there is actually the same, especially your personal information is actually the same with what you filled in your visa application. Now, if your application is being processed in a specific visa office, mention that in your request. Mention that in your request for more specific notes. Now, which or what applicants, who are those people who can apply for a GCMS note? Now, applicants for temporary residence visitor visas. Applicants who are applying for temporary residence, like visitor visas, study permits, work permits, or permanent residence, e.g., express entry, provisional nominee program, family sponsorship, etc. These are the applicants that can request for a GCMS note. So for those of you who are in Africa, who are not citizens of Canada, who are not permanent residents in Canada, you are not an individual in Canada, or you don't have a corporation in Canada, you will need a third party to request for this GCMS note on your behalf. It is very, very important. Now, from what you see here, if you have any relative or friends who can do this on your behalf, you will only be paying $5 Canadian. It is worth it, so that you can know the true state of your visa application. So this is basically what it is, guys. So the link to the IRCC website will be in the description section of this video. Till I see you on the next one, guys. Have a good one.